everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Let's Talk Physical Media. My name is John.
And my name is Matt.
Don't do that. And this is the show where every week we talk everything physical media and physical media adjacent, and just really anything else we want to talk about.
That's right.
Or any questions you want to ask us.
That's right.
Yep. What did you do?
What did I do?
You did something, didn't you? Did you do something?
What do you mean, did I do something?
No, the way you were saying all right kind of made me feel like you had something like...
I said that's right.
Okay. All right. I just had a feeling like you were doing something to me.
No, not yet.
Not yet. I can't trust you. We got a lot of news this week, a lot of 4K announcements, including Arrow Video's latest 4K announcements, which I want to dive into right off the top and see what you think. You didn't see this yet, right?
I saw they put out a thing about new limited editions are going to be coming with slipcovers and
yes, they said
booklets, maybe.
They said that all of their first run, usually all their first runs, like first prints, only have the slipcovers.
But
and
now
the
I
booklets.
think they're guaranteeing it.
For all of them. For all their limited editions.
Yes.
So, you know, usually like once a month they have one real special come out. So this month, though, they announced a lot that I'm interested. I'm actually going to probably get 2 of these, maybe even 3.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. The Last Starfighter is 4K.
Yep, that's the one I wanted to talk to you about. I didn't know how you'd feel about that, because what's his name direct that?
Nick Castle.
Nick Castle directed that.
Yeah.
Yep, and you have
It's a good movie.
And you have the Arrow Blu-ray, don't you?
I do. It's a nice, it's I guess identical to that. It's very nice.
I looked it up. It's a new 4K scan.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm very curious. I'll probably grab that because I've actually never seen The Last Starfighter.
It's good.
Last Starfighter only came out as like an answer to Star Wars.
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. I liked it.
Yeah, it is because of that. And then another one that they announced was Black Hat, which is a Michael Mann movie. I've never seen this movie either. It's one of the Michael Mann movies I haven't seen, but it stars Chris Hemsworth.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Michael Mann, I love Michael Mann.
How old is this movie?
I want to say like 2012.
So it's not that old.
No. I just remember that people had a problem. 2015. Okay, so it's less old. I just remember people had a problem with Chris Hemsworth playing like the smart hacker. Okay. And it's like, you know, the big buff, handsome guy.
Yeah.
You know? So like I remember that was a big deal, but
right.
Then the other announcement, this is UK only, is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
That interested me because I never saw that movie.
I think you would hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like this movie. Terry Gilliam directed this. People have said that you have to be high to watch it. I've smoked weed and watched Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Didn't work. People said, "Oh, you got to drop acid to watch it." I'm not doing that to get into a movie. So I just didn't enjoy that movie. It's just it's very strange. Johnny Depp is awesome in it. It's just I don't like it at all.
I never saw. I saw clips and stuff.
You've seen the clips, obviously, because it's like an acid trip. Like,
yeah, no, I don't really know too much about it, but I was always interested in it because I like Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is good in it. Johnny Depp is really good at it. And then another movie that I got announced, and this is U.S. and Canada, Hand of Death. I've never heard this movie, and I've never seen it.
Nope.
But one movie I haven't seen, and it's from a director I really like, but this is a UK-only release, and that is The Beta Test.
Okay.
Now, the director of this, his name is Jim Cummings. He made 2 movies before this. He usually gets some help funding these movies, and he's he writes, produces, stars, directs in all these movies, and he's really good. He actually made probably one of my top 2 favorite werewolf movies of all time.
There is no such thing as werewolves. Our killer is a guy, and I'm gonna find him, and I'm gonna kill, and we're gonna bring him to justice.
Yeah, The Werewolf of Snow Hollow, and then he also made his first movie called Thunder Road. But The Werewolf of Snow Hollow is so funny.
I don't know if I ever saw. I would say American Werewolf in London might be my favorite werewolf movie.
Well, I think that's what I was putting at number 1, but this movie is really good. But he always he plays a cop in actually both Thunder Road and in Werewolf of Snow Hollow. You should check those both out. Jim Cummings is a great director.
I want to know why Arrow does these UK only releases.
Well, they're a UK company. That's probably the main reason why everything
I guess
seems.
It's a licensing thing, but
well, definitely that's what it is. That's why they put the flags for each of them. But the problem is each country gets the rights to it. It's the same thing with movies, or even music. With The Offspring. If you remember, the first albums up until Ixnay were released on Epitaph Records. And then they switched for Ixnay. They signed
Nitro.
They signed with Warner Brothers.
Well, wasn't Nitro Records?
Yeah, but I think they were a division of Warner Brothers. Oh. But Epitaph still got the distribution rights for The Offspring. Everywhere else.
They did Pennywise too.
Yeah. Everyone else but America. Well, that's because you know who owns that, right?
Epitaph?
Yeah. Who was,
No, I don't.
we saw them in concert. Bad Religion.
Bad Religion owns Epitaph Records?
Yeah, they were a small record label at the time.
Huh.
Offspring got too big for them, that's why they left. And that's why people used to say the Offspring sold out.
Gotcha. I never heard that.
Really, yeah. No, I'm a little bit of an expert on the Offspring. It's our favorite band.
Yeah, I never knew that fact.
Yeah.
I knew they were Epitaph Records because I remember as a kid always looking through the booklets and all that stuff and always seeing Epitaph.
Yeah, after Smash they signed with Warner Brothers, but Epitaph, because they had a contract for another record, just got the distribution rights for everywhere else but the United States.
And then I remember Pennywise. I think I have one of their live albums, and they were talking about Epitaph Records.
Oh, really? And it's funny, we saw Bad Religion, Pennywise,
And Offspring
and
together,
Offspring and
because they're in the same label, I guess.
Yeah, I love Bad Religion, actually.
I don't really like Bad Religion.
They have some good ones, man. They have some good tunes.
Out of the three, I would say Offspring, Pennywise, Bad Religion.
I would swap Pennywise and Bad Religion. I really like Bad Religion.
I really like Pennywise.
Pennywise is good. I'm not gonna. I think they just came out with an album recently.
I don't like new Pennywise. Just
Yeah.
like I don't like new Offspring. I don't like. If I like a band in the beginning, I don't like their new stuff.
It always happens. No band has
Always.
ever never.
It doesn't make sense. Like, so I can picture them sitting around a table. All right, guys. So everyone loves these first three albums. Let's do something completely different.
I know. Well, I think it's just the boredom. I think they get bored.
I get that,
Yeah,
but like, come on.
I think they have enough money, and they're like, I want to do what I want to do.
It's not doing for what you want to do. It's what the fans want.
I know. I get that. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You had to watch a James Bond movie this week that you hated. Yeah. And you did it for our fans.
Yeah. From Russia with Love. Didn't even go to Russia. Terrible movie.
You'll find out Matt's thoughts about that on Thursday. And you can also find out about our thoughts on lemon Oreos.
Official cookie of Let's Talk Entertainment Media. Now, I want you guys to watch closely how John eats an Oreo. 2 hands, crumbs everywhere.
I have my phone.
Now, is that insanity? How do you eat an Oreo? Because I feel like a normal person would probably just go ahead, pop the entire thing in their mouth.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to put my phone.
Notice, not a single crumb where John completely destroyed.
There's no crumbs on this table.
You don't see all those crumbs.
Nope.
Are you kidding me? You're fucking with me.
I think you're getting a little upset about this for no reason.
How many hands belong on an Oreo?
A lot of hands belong on an Oreo. 2, to be exact.
No. At no point ever should 2 hands be touching an Oreo into your mouth. It simply just does not make sense. There's not even enough room on the cookie for 2 hands.
No, you use 2 fingers, like, you know.
That's 4 fingers.
Whatever. 2 fingers on each hand.
Just 1.
Well, you know, we'll agree to disagree on Oreos.
Oh, Christ.
So, overall, what did you think of those Arrow releases?
They're alright. You know, I'm not over the moon for anything. I'd take it or leave it.
Are you going to get an upgrade? Are you going to upgrade your Last Starfighter?
Not if you're getting it.
I'm getting it. I'm going to review that because I haven't seen it. Another thing that got announced for 4K this week is one of my personal favorite movies, Bad Lieutenant, which came out in 1992. It was directed by Abel Ferrara, who also directed The King of New York. And this movie stars Harvey Keitel. Same year as Reservoir Dogs.
You're gonna be alright.
Yeah.
You're gonna be alright.
And if you want to see him play a fucking lunatic, watch Bad Lieutenant. Basically, it's about a lieutenant for the NYPD who has an extreme drug addiction and gambling addiction.
Okay.
And he starts to bet not only his money, but the rest of the police force money on the Mets to win a game in this divisional series against the Dodgers.
Okay.
And unfortunately, 4 games in a row, they keep losing. And as you can imagine, things spiral out of control from there.
Okay.
But really good movie, really violent, really down, dirty, and gritty.
Is it anything like Brooklyn's Finest or Training Day? Would it be like?
I would say it's in the same genre.
It's in the same genre.
But it's a lot rougher. Like, it's a lot tougher to watch.
Really?
Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure, it's been a while since I've seen this, but Harvey Keitel, I'm pretty sure, hangs dong.
No shit.
Yeah.
You see his hammer?
You see his hammer. I think he's hanging dong in a church, no less.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, has a rape scenario.
We should do a list one day of like all the movies that
someone hangs dong in?
Yeah, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator, see his hammer.
Well, the thing is now in a lot of TV shows and movies, we're seeing a lot more.
Do you know, I'm sure if Uncle V's watching, he knows this movie.
I'm sure he has a running list.
Now, do you know the movie, I think it's called Blue Bunny?
I've heard the name.
Are you familiar?
I've heard the name, but I have no idea what that is.
All right. So go ahead, Google. You could actually find this on Pornhub because I looked because I was curious. I heard it on a Joe Rogan.
Hold on before you continue. Were you on Pornhub looking for it because you were looking for this, or were you on Pornhub?
I was looking for this.
Oh, you weren't just on Pornhub?
No. I did this at work.
As long as your crank wasn't in your hand while you were looking.
I wasn't servicing my crank. I think it was a Joe Rogan podcast. I discovered this, and they were talking about, I believe the movie's called Blue Bunny, and it's a real blowjob, a real cum shot and everything.
I feel like I've heard this because I think they got in trouble for it because you're not supposed to do that.
I don't know if they got in trouble for it, but it's kind of famous, but it's a real thing.
Yeah, really I feel like I think I've heard this because I think the people that did it were dating in real life. So it wasn't like a huge deal, but you're not supposed to have real sex when you're making a real legit film, just like you're not supposed to use your real drugs or real alcohol. Mm-hmm. It's all supposed to be fake. Like they have standards and practices that they have to abide by. So unfortunately, I guess they figured, hey, I mean, I don't understand why, because I mean, if you shoot a porn, we know they're fucking.
Right, but that's different than an R-rated movie.
That's true. That's true. You really can't ease yourself into somebody for a real movie. You got to cover that.
This came across. This was a topic on the Steve-O podcast I was listening to today. You had Chris Pontius on. They were talking about the opening to Jackass Forever, which was
my God.
Chris Pontius' wiener dressed up as Godzilla.
We're tormenting that town.
And they were trying to figure out how to make it stand up, but he's not allowed to have a boner because a hard penis is automatic NC-17 rating, where it being soft is A-OK for a rated R.
Well, yeah, it's weird how they have rules. It's like something to be PG-13, they give you one F-bomb. You're allowed to just say fuck one time and you get the PG-13. So if you ever watch a PG-13 movie, look for it. It's in there one time. They're allowed to use it. And or if you go over that, you get an R rating. It's why Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is rated R. Because he says fuck about 13 times in that movie. But that's it. It's the only scene in that movie where he curses, or anyone curses, really.
Right.
Yeah, but you crossed the line because you had to have 13 fuck bombs in there.
And
right?
that Deadpool made a reference to that.
Yeah.
He said, there goes our PG-13 rating.
Because you can't say it more than once.
Yeah.
And then another thing that got announced this week officially, there were rumors, and this might upset some of our fans. So Superman 1 through 4, it's a 5-film collection, is getting a 4K release later this year.
How is it 1 through 4, but it's a 5-film collection?
Listen to me. Let me finish.
Doesn't make sense. You're coming off stupid.
No, let me finish.
So
Superman was already released on 4K, so the others weren't. Superman 2. The first Superman was directed by Richard Donner, who also directed one of my personal favorite buddy cop movies, Lethal Weapon. And he also directed Scrooged.
Die Hard's better.
Die Hard is not better. Lethal Weapon is a much better movie than Die Hard. 110%. And
John McClane, way cooler.
So Richard Donner directed Superman, but he also directed Superman 2, but he got fired. So there's two different cuts of Superman 2. There's the original cut, and then there's the Donner cut.
Okay.
And both of these are in this set, hence the 5-film collection.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can get Superman.
So it's like a Snyder cut deal.
Yes, but you can also, from what I was able to find, buy Superman 2 in a double pack on 4K solo, but not 3 and 4. And these 4K steelbooks are exclusive to Amazon, which I've never seen them get exclusive steelbooks before. I've seen them get exclusive Blu-rays or 4Ks,
yeah,
but never
everyone's
steelbooks.
Doing these exclusive, like Best Buy's getting exclusive formats sometimes.
Yeah,
like
Terrifier 2.
Only get the 4K at
Yeah.
Best Buy, and they'll have different artworks here. Walmart gets exclusive artwork. Target did at one point, and it's kind of crazy.
Now, what do you want to do about this? Because
I don't want that.
You don't want that. So I'm not the big... You've never seen them, though,
I
right?
just don't like Superman.
I'm not. That's my problem.
Although, I watched Man of Steel, and I actually enjoyed the Henry Cavill Superman.
So this is exactly, I line up directly with you. So
And when I was a kid, I actually liked Lois and Clark a lot. I used to watch that with my mom.
Of course you did. It's actually not that bad. But I watched these movies with my mom because my mom grew up in the 70s. She liked the Superman movies.
So this is all you, pal.
No.
Relive that nostalgia.
I don't have nostalgia. That's my point. I don't have nostalgia. I'm not a big fan of the original series, except I liked the first one. But then I'm not a huge fan of 3 and 4. But I also haven't seen these since I was a kid.
Rewatch them.
John Williams did the score, and it's one of the most famous theme songs ever for Superman.
Oh, John Williams, you're gonna love it.
I do love John Williams. Maybe I will love him. Who knows? Christopher Reeve, you know?
Yeah, I mean, again, this is 78. All right, it makes the cutoff for me.
The flying scenes you're going to think are brutal, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a tough time.
But
with
apparently
these.
people thought he was flying back then. But I mean, it's such beautiful packaging.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
But I just, at the end of the day, I just do not think I'm going to like those movies.
Well, that's unfortunate for you now, isn't it? Now,
No,
another thing that got announced for 4K is The Hitcher, which I was surprised that you never had seen.
Yeah, that one's just kind of squeaked by me, I guess. I will check that out.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I think that one's definitely more of your type of movie since you never saw it. And then another thing that's getting these both are not official yet. I haven't seen a press release, but they are on Blu-ray.com's list of upcoming 4Ks. One is Serpico.
Okay.
And the other one is To Live and Die in L.A., which I'm dying for you to see To Live and Die in L.A.
Never even heard of it.
Really?
Really?
Willem Dafoe and William Peterson.
William Peterson, who's that?
You ever seen... Well, you've never seen Manhunter, right? Have you ever seen the show CSI? No? Okay, well...
I know what it is.
Yeah, he's the lead on it. But To Live and Die in L.A. is an amazing 80s movie. And I believe, don't quote me on this, and I'm too lazy to check right now, I believe William Friedkin directed that, who directed The Exorcist.
Okay.
And this movie is just so much 80s all over it. Like, oh my god, Willem Dafoe bangs out a couple one-liners in here. William Peterson has some crazy lines. It's violent. I love it. I love it. I can't remember the band who did the Wang Chung, I believe, did the soundtrack for it.
Who the fuck is Wang Chung?
You've heard them. I'm going to show you a Wang Chung song right now, actually, because you're going to Look, I just want you to visualize in your head Vice City. You walking into the club. You know what club I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And this starts playing.
And I dance, dance.
Not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I know, right? No, they look like they're straight out of the 80s. I know what you're thinking, and stop it.
I didn't picture two white guys.
Yes, I knew that already.
You can't really fault me for that.
I don't. I thought the same thing, but I didn't want to say it. Grab some water. Why don't you show them what you got this week, since that's what we're here to talk
We're
about.
out of news?
Yep, we did Arrow Video, Bad Lieutenant, The Supermans. What?
I just don't get, like, where you were raised.
Why? What did I just do? What I do now?
It's just the way you handle everything, your demeanor. It's just like you're an animal.
You don't know my father. That's the problem. Like, you've met my father, but
I
you
have,
don't. But
but
he is an animal. Like,
Yeah,
so,
I can't imagine.
No, like
There's no way he's worse than you. There's no way.
He's not. I don't know if he's worse, but I think we definitely are on par with each other. Like,
But you grew up with your mom. Oh, you were daddy's girl. I forgot about that.
yeah, you did forget about that. But my mom is not a slob. She's very clean.
Yeah.
But then again, so my brother Ryan's a huge slob too. So I don't know.
I just feel like.
And my brother Frank.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about some physical media here. Dazed and Confused, we just did a review on this, but I just wanted to show this off because this is a recent pickup. This is very, very nice packaging. I don't have too many Criterion stuff. And do you know why they call it digipacks?
No, and when you said it on there, I never thought about it, but I wanted to put in
There's nothing digital about it. You don't even get a digital.
And it has
code.
nothing to do with the digital monsters, so I don't even understand.
The what?
The digital monsters?
What's that?
You don't remember Digimon?
Okay.
Yeah, they were digital monsters. That's what they were short for. It was a joke. I was trying to make a joke.
I don't see the joke.
I
said digipack.
Digimon, Digipack. You don't see what I was going for?
I don't think it landed, no.
No, all right. Can't land them all.
Nope. So I picked up The Descent. This is a very, very early Blu-ray. You know, it's still got the silver on there, beyond high definition.
It's a great movie, by the way.
I don't remember this movie.
Oh my god, you're gonna have some fun.
Oh, look at that. So cool when you
Yeah, I have the same
all
one.
the stuff on the inside.
I have that.
You have the booklet.
Like they just threw that in there on a regular Blu-ray. Like like look at that. I bought this for $5 out of a $5 bin at
That's
Best Buy.
yeah. It's a Lionsgate.
Lionsgate, I guess, still has pretty good packaging all these years later.
Yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. I think I saw this in theaters, if I'm being honest.
Really?
So is this the one with the girls in the cave?
Yeah.
It is
100%. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I saw this in theaters.
Do you remember the twist in it?
No.
Like the left turn, because this movie makes a hard left turn at some point.
No, there's like monsters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember too much.
It's a good movie. Actually, it scared the shit out of me.
I was hesitant to pick this one up because it's a Paramount Presents Blu-ray, and I know within the next month or two this is going to get announced for 4K, just because I just bought the Blu-ray. But that is The Haunting from 1999. We get a young Liam Neeson, a young Owen Wilson, and I remember, it's a newly remastered from a 4K film transfer. So
that means it's just sitting there waiting to be released on 4K.
So this is probably coming to 4K at one point.
Oh, that sucks. It definitely is.
Yeah, so this might end up being yours one day.
That's always the tip-off is when it comes from a new 4K scan, you just know that 4K scan is just sitting there ready to go.
Right, yeah, so I remember seeing this movie a long time ago. I haven't seen it in a while, and I figured, hey, grab the Paramount Presents copy because I like the Paramount Presents line. I think they're very nice packaging, and it was a cool movie. It was like maybe $18 I paid for this.
It's not bad.
Yeah, so I mean, this might be yours one day if it comes to 4K.
I don't think I've seen that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, but if it comes to 4K,
if that's the movie I'm thinking of, that's the same studio that did 13 Ghosts and Ghost Ship and everything like that. It was all,
I love Ghost Ship.
All one big horror studio. I can't remember though.
I just picked this up this week also, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I never saw this. John said it's fantastic.
I loved it.
And it's on sale right now. It was like $15 for the 4K.
If you want to hear my full thoughts on that.
And this is an A24 movie.
Yes, it is.
Now, is this the only A24 4K?
No, A24 has some stuff on 4K, but it's very random and all over
Now,
the place.
this is not on Amazon either.
Really?
You can't, grab your phone. You can't get this on Amazon. I think this might have been a Best Buy exclusive.
That would make sense.
The format only. But yeah, it looks like the only box store is Best Buy, and that's where I grabbed it from. I got a slipcover, so that's pretty cool.
A24 is weird, where like sometimes you can only get their 4Ks from their site directly. The Witch has a 4K, it has two 4Ks. We actually have talked about in this past. Like I don't remember, some boutique label did a rescan of it that was approved by Robert Edgers because he doesn't like the regular 4K release, which is the one I have, of course.
And this has got a Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos combo.
And that movie,
I love that.
Perfect summer rainy day movie because it takes place during a hurricane. Because they're having a hurricane party.
I'll wait for the next hurricane.
Yeah. Well, we don't have them here really on Long Island.
We get one almost every summer.
We don't get a hurricane, Matt. We don't get like a Florida hurricane. We get a bad rainstorm.
Yeah, with some wind. Now, while I was in the store picking up this, because I did store pickup, I just went and browsed because it was Tuesday, so I wanted to see what. Actually, no, it was Wednesday. So this one caught my eye, and it's called the Retaliators. I thought it was the Realtors at first. The Retaliators. So this one caught my eye. The big red cover on it, and then it was only like $12. So I picked it up. I was like, oh, it's got a slipcover. That's pretty cool. And then I noticed who was in it. It's got Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach, Ivan Moody from Five Finger Death Punch, and Michael Lombardi.
That name rings a bell. Where's that from? Because it sounds very familiar.
He was a fireman.
Oh my God. Is that Sean? That's not Sean.
I don't know which one it is.
But from Rescue Me, right?
He was in Rescue Me, and I don't remember which guy it was. And I'm looking at the back, and he's not on it.
It's either Sean or Mike. It's got to be Sean or Mike.
Oh, it's Mike, because look, he's the main character.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's the Proby.
Yeah, Proby at the beginning. Mike.
From Rescue Me, which is also an amazing show.
Yeah, I love Rescue Me. Dennis Leary.
Yep, so I was pretty excited to check this one out. So I'll let you know my thoughts on it. Maybe we'll do a review on that.
Yeah, if you guys want a review, just leave us a comment in the comment section. Let us know.
And then something...
Oh, we talked about this last week.
Yeah, so I talked about out-of-print Blu-rays and The Ringer.
Yeah.
I got it. I fucking got it. And it's still sealed.
And it's got one of these seals, which do not come on Blu-rays or 4Ks.
No,
much
you don't
anymore.
get that anymore.
No, which I'm thankful for because those used to piss me off.
They were a little annoying.
They'd rip off like halfway, and then you're just sitting there. Right
it was annoying. It was definitely annoying, but I'm super glad to have this in my collection because, again, I was just listening to the Johnny Knoxville or Steve-O podcast with Johnny Knoxville. They brought this up. I was like, oh, fuck, I don't have the Ringer. Looked it up. I saw it was insanely priced, over $100. And I was like, God damn it, I missed another one. I hate when stuff goes out of print and just random movies like this. Like, this movie's not worth $100. It's a great movie. I think it's hysterical. But I got a sealed copy for like $40.
Well, to jump
from
off,
Canada.
Oh, that's awesome. To jump off of what you just said about out-of-print movies, because one movie, me and Matt had a long conversation about this. So Jeff at Films at Home did a video this week about movies you might have in your collection that are worth some money.
Yeah.
And one big movie in there that I didn't even realize was out of print, and I just would have never thought it would be, was Free Willy.
Free Willy.
And that one hurt because I love Free Willy.
I love Free Willy too. I wish, I don't know how I missed that one.
Me neither. I don't know how that slipped by. But given, like, this is a movie I watched, that and the second one I watched a ton as a kid. I saw the third one in theaters. The Rescue.
I think when I started collecting Blu-rays, I didn't really dive too deep into like
the nostalgia months.
Nostalgia and like stuff I watched as a kid, except the one thing I did buy, which I'm glad, was that nice Ninja Turtles box set that I have.
Yeah, but those are so, like, it's so weird. I've been talking to someone at my regular Joe job, and he's a big Turtles fan too. Which one do you like more? Like, him and a couple other people all said number 2. I like the first one the most.
As a kid, I would have said number 2.
You would have.
But the older I get, it's a toss-up between 1 and 2. I still love 3. I love all 3 of them.
Yeah, 3 is the worst, I think, because that's kind of when they go a little too... Like, the first one I like most is very contained, small, dirty, gritty story. And then the second one, they went a little too cheesy with Vanilla Ice, but people love the Vanilla Ice stuff.
Yeah. Go Ninja, go Ninja,
yeah.
go.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go Ninja!
Yeah, it's very tough. It depends on the day of the week, honestly. It's one of those. And I love a lot of scenes from Part 3 also. Because as a kid, I had 2 and 3 on VHS. I didn't have the first one.
I was the reverse. I had 1 and 2, and I didn't have 3. So I saw 3 the least.
I had 2 and 3, which they're up top there. I have Part 1 now. I have all 3 of them on VHS. The Part 2 and Part 3 VHSs up there are my original ones from as a kid.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That's insane.
Yep.
I can't believe we still have VHSs from when you were a kid.
Those and that Star Wars Gold Box trilogy is my original from as a kid.
And they're still the remastered ones, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is I would have been cool if you would have had the because those are really hard to get. I mean, I could have grabbed those in a thrift store last year. Mm-hmm. And so could have you, because I was with you.
Yep.
Not the non-special editions.
And then we got a review coming soon for the Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2 Shout Factory set.
Yep. We might split up those reviews into 2 separate reviews depending on how much time Matt has.
Yeah, we got a busy weekend, and then I got Training Day coming this weekend.
Oh my god, this week.
And I'm going to want to skip this and just watch Training Day, to be honest.
We have that this week. We have the Rockies are coming this week, which I'm going to do a review for each, and it'll probably take a couple weeks to get through all those. Kubo and the Two Strings is coming this week. You had another one too this week. Oh,
Texas Chainsaw.
Yes, Texas.
Which is coming late. I think that's already out.
Some people have gotten it. I've seen some people have gotten Training Day. And Training Day, one thing I want to talk about on here, speaking of physical media.
That Blu-ray case.
Yeah, so Training Day, the 4K, has this beautiful slipcover on it and a steelbook. But if you get the slipcover version with a nice new 100th anniversary Warner Brothers logo in there, and they changed the silver to gold, I'm really excited about that. Yeah, pop that open, and they put a fucking Blu-ray case on it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a supply issue. I'm not really sure what the hell is going on with that one. But it just doesn't make sense to me. And that's one thing. Actually, I want to go grab it.
All right, so you ran over to your shelf and you grabbed something. So talking about these Training Day not having 4K cases, which, again, really pisses me off.
Yeah, so, Blu-ray cases...
Yeah, find the Descent again.
Yeah, so Blu-ray cases, obviously they're transparent and you can see through it. And I love when they put reverse art on the inside of a Blu-ray case. Now... Fast forward to today where we get 4K movies, and now 4K discs or 4K cases are they're
just black.
Black. You can't see through them.
No, they're
and
not
now every once in a while we'll get something with reversible cover art.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Now, I like when you get a movie that has reversible cover art, but you get a slip cover, and then you can change it,
underneath and swap it out to the original movie art, because that's what that is.
Right, and then it wouldn't matter. But now this way, you're only seeing one of these.
No, you have to choose. And this way, because this one they put the 2 titles on the front, and you get all your stats on the back.
Stats on the back, right.
So if you reverse it, you'll lose that.
So my proposition, or my idea, and I don't know why no one has thought of this, especially like boutique labels with reversible stuff, why not do a clear smoked case, a darker color like that. This is like the platinum Xbox 360 color, but they're still clear, and you could have, it's not blue, so we know it's not a regular Blu-ray, and you can still see through it, and we'll have our reversible cover art, and it's the best of both worlds.
I agree. I think that maybe we could pitch that to the 4K case makers, whoever does that.
Or maybe we could just go into business
on our own.
Yeah, because it's not hard to make, I don't think. It's been done.
Yeah, I'm very curious why they did that, because that would honestly bother the shit out of me.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'm going to buy a replacement case for it, but on the other hand, I like the inside cover. I remember at one point, I have to go back to my shelf.
All right, well, Matt goes back to his shelf. I just want to give you guys one quick little bit of news. Blumhouse is getting into video games. So apparently, they are going to be making some low-budget video games, about $10 million or something like that. Horror games. Yeah, some horror games, which I thought was very cool. Actually, Vex tagged me on Facebook in an article about it. So he actually tagged the both of us. He tagged Let's Talk in it. And I thought this was fascinating. I think that's pretty awesome. Like, some low-budget horror games would be cool.
Right, yes. But back to what I was saying about the reversible stuff. So ages ago, when I used to work at Hollywood I worked as a part of Hollywood Video. I worked in Game Crazy, which was inside the Hollywood Videos, the competitor of Blockbuster. I still think I kind of preferred Blockbuster.
Always.
But Game Crazy was pretty fucking cool. I preferred them over GameStop.
Well, you worked there and you got a lot of shit for free and you had fun.
So, alright, but this is just to kind of gauge how long ago I was still into this. So, again, 360 cases were the clear green, but I had access to a ton of games there, so I went and took all the slip-in cover arts and I put them on the inside of my games. So a lot of my 360 collection has the inside artwork.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
It has all the inside artwork. So it's just the same thing, just flipped inside out. So when you open them up, you have all that artwork on the inside. So a good portion of my 360 collection has that, because I would just take these home from work and slip them in mine. And I still have a lot of my collection from then. But, it's just, I love opening it up and having the inside artwork as well. I would love for it to be different. But, we don't have that option.
Yeah, I remember. That was such a great job. I remember we had fun when you worked there.
And actually, there's another handful of games in there when I was pirating games.
I remember we went and got my 360. Didn't last long.
The modded 360s don't usually last too long. But I had a website where you would download and print out custom
box art,
and I would slip those on the inside, because I like to keep it factory and real on the outside, but throwing in an extra one on the inside was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's people out there who make custom steelbooks.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
I wish, but I don't have the patience for that. But because apparently you could take the art and you soak them and
it's just painted on there. You can wipe it off the steelbook and then they either reprint it on or they'll hand paint it.
Yeah, pretty cool, fascinating stuff. I mean, we're both huge into box art and movie posters, so we do appreciate it.
I like the packaging. I like it to make it look nice, but I still want it to look factory, real, retail. Just something a little extra on the inside, I think, is a
little bit extra for the fans.
Yeah,
especially the collected market. You want to dive into some questions?
Sure. All
right, I got a few of these here for you. I guess we'll start off with Uncle V, because we did a little research before we started filming. So Uncle V asked us a question. I just received my first 2 4Ks from Blue Underground, Eugene and Justine. Are you guys familiar with Jess Franco, and are you excited about these new releases? So, I am not familiar with Jess Franco. I thought when you sent that to me, I had a hard time looking. I was like, Justine and Eugene and Justine. I was like, is it one title? Is it two? Turns out 2 separate titles. The covers for both of those movies, very similar, feature a big-breasted lady on the cover of each of them.
I think they're smut films.
You think they are? I didn't do enough research.
I know nothing about them, but I don't think it's my type of movie.
It's definitely Uncle V's type.
It is. It is. He's got his own genre.
Yeah.
You know. So if you're a fan of like Serbian film and Romeo and Juliet, you might like these.
We have to talk about, and I know why he sent us Midsommar, and I think you should see it because of this, because that's a fucked up horror movie too.
Is it?
Yeah.
That one I'm open to.
Yeah, there are some when I saw Infinity Pool a few weeks ago. That's a movie Uncle V.
You have to review that still.
I did review it.
You reviewed Midsommar?
No, I haven't reviewed Midsommar. I reviewed Infinity Pool. I haven't done Midsommar yet. I'll do that soon. But Infinity Pool, that's an Uncle V movie for sure. Definitely he'll be into that. But yeah, I haven't seen these. Uncle V, let us know what you think of them. I'm really curious. They're both on 4K.
Have you checked the P.O. Box in a while?
No, I should check the P.O. Box, right?
There might be something in there. I don't know.
I know, we just re-upped for a year too, so we should probably check it.
I don't even know where it is. You're the P.O. Box guy.
Hey, what I find weird, I mean, this is way off topic, is you live closer to my post office than you do to your post office. Which is,
I don't know where either of them are.
You've been to yours. I've been there with you to your post office in Miller Place. We've gone there. You've actually picked up a Vinegar Syndrome movie there.
It's on Echo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But mine is about 2 minutes from here. And it's crazy.
Interesting.
I don't know why. I guess the lining kind of deal. But yeah, you're way closer to my post office. So Uncle V, yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know. Are those films good? Are they what we think they are? Are we way off? But I'm definitely curious.
He's going to just make us watch them. He ain't going to give us anything.
All right. And here's a question I know you're going to love. This is from Shamrock Balls, our buddy. He wrote, "Hi, John Matt. Been a while since I sent a Q, which is short for question.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
And so I'll just ask, what would you like for the Jaws 2 4K coming this year? Probably more for Matt than you, John. LOL.
What would I like? I would like for them to kind of give us pretty much what they gave us with the first one, because that's actually one of the best studio 4K releases as far as packaging goes, at least.
Yes.
Or even special features. This is a full-length documentary on there. But I love the... Actually, do you have the same one as me?
Yeah,
or
with
you got the steelbook.
No, I have the same one with the
lenticular lens cover. Yeah,
and the book inside. And
you open up
very
a
nice
nice thick book and all that stuff, and then you got the standard 4K box inside. That's very actually it's faced out on my shelf. That's one of the nicer pieces, especially for a studio, a non-boutique studio label.
It's Universal, right?
It's Universal,
yeah. Universal, actually, we were talking about this week with, like, the Fast and the Furious set. Like, their box sets have this always nice hard packaging on it.
Yeah, the Jurassic Park one, yeah.
Back to the Future. They do a good job with their box sets, and good job of packaging overall, like you said, like with Jaws, like, you know.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I hope it's a good transfer like the first one, because that's a great 4K, too.
It is.
It's an amazing movie.
Yes. So, I don't know if they have as much information.
The best movie ever.
Okay, stop. I'm trying to be nice here. Like, I've seen Jaws 2 once in my life. It's funny.
Once?
Once.
Okay, it's not as good as the first.
Well, I don't think the first one's that great, as you guys all know by now. So I'm not really too... I actually took a real bad beating at work this week because I said I didn't like The Goonies, too. So there's some very popular movies I'm not a fan of.
I don't love The Goonies.
Yeah, but yeah.
But it's not
I feel
bad.
like we are a little too young for The Goonies.
I like it. I just don't love it.
No, I don't like it at all.
No, I have the 4K. I enjoy the movie.
Wow, no, that's... I'm never watching that again.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to. I really have no desire. Like, Jaws, I can watch again. So, The Goonies, I really just don't like. But, like, Jaws, like, it's more funny for me to just say I don't like it. I mean, it's not my type of movie is really what it boils down to. You know, I'm just not really into sharks. Like, I've never watched a shark movie and walked out of it. I'm not really into, like, even just any animal-heavy movies. Like, well, except for Free Willy, I guess. You know, I don't know.
You don't like heavy animals?
I mean, you're a heavy animal. I guess I like you.
Heavy animal. Yeah, I actually just really love shark movies.
I know you do.
I have quite the collection, and remember I did that video?
Yeah, there's a video on the channel. Matt gives you a full ranking, and he bought a lot of movies to do that. Did you actually end up ever picking up the Sharknadoes? I remember you had a problem with that. You got them?
Yep, I got them all.
See, I would probably like the Sharknadoes because they know what they are.
I never saw them.
They know what they are.
See, those didn't make it into the video because I couldn't. They were out of print at the time.
You're gonna have a fun
But
summer
I bought
day
1
watching
through
it.
6
Yeah,
in a collection or something.
you'll have
like
fun
that.
this summer watching.
But
those.
yeah, I think I got like 14 or 15 shark movies, and I watched them all, and I did a nice video, and I ranked them all and what I like, best to worst or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Jaws was number 1. Spoil it.
Obviously, yeah.
Jamrock Balls. I hope we answered that. I mean, I'm not too interested in it really coming out. I just hope that they do a good job with it. And we talked about the documentary and how they've cut it for the DVD release, then they extended it for the 4K release of the first Jaws. And I think they have plenty of documentary stuff for Jaws too, but could be interesting. I'm sure you'll be excited.
Can't wait.
All right, and now it's time for our last 2 questions. Both of them are from Kevin L. And this one we're going to have some fun with. What are the most annoying movie characters of all time? That's from Kevin L.
The most annoying movie characters. The first one that comes to my mind is got to be the kid from Fright Night.
Oh, yeah, you hate the laugh, right?
Yeah, I forget what his name. Evil Eric? Does that ring a bell?
I think his name was Eric, yeah.
The kid that ends up turning into a vampire in Fright Night. He was super annoying. I mean, if John was a movie character,
Go fuck yourself.
he'd be pretty annoying.
Anytime that one guy with that really annoying voice from, I can't think of his name. He was in Look Who's Talking To. He's got that really high-pitched voice. He's got like a squinted together face kind of deal. Like, what the fuck? Problem Child. He's in too.
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
You
He
know,
was the principal, right? In Problem Child? And wasn't he the bird in
Paulie.
Aladdin?
Yes, and yeah, Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert,
Which also I found out not his real voice. That's for the gag, and
but that was he was the bird in
in
Aladdin, right?
Aladdin, yep, he was. Yeah, his voice has always annoyed me. I get that that's the point, but anytime he's on screen, I'm like, oh come on, I can't do it. My ears can't take it.
I'm trying to think.
Movie characters that annoy you.
Tom Hanks.
Go fuck yourself. Tom Hanks is not annoying. How, man? Like, I'm trying to think if even Tom Hanks ever played somebody who annoyed me. I don't know.
Forrest Gump.
No, Forrest Gump would be pretty cool.
No, I never saw it. Let's see. Annoying.
I've been racking my brain. I can't really think off the top of my head.
I'm sure I can make a list. I just gun to my head. The first thing I thought of was Fright Night.
Usually kids in a lot of movies can be a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a child actor. It's not really their fault. But anytime the parents have kids, they can be a little distracting, especially if they're not the greatest of actors.
Right, yeah.
You know, I'm having a hard time with this one. I don't ever
too.
I have actors, like when they pop up on screen, they annoy me. Like, I'm not the biggest John Cusack fan, and I have always kind of a hard time with him.
I love Hot Tub Time Machine.
No, he has some exceptions. Like, I love 1408 also. And, but, you know, there's some movies in there, but John Cusack, it's always been something about him. I don't know. It's his face. It's just something. Like, it always rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know why. He didn't do it. It's not his fault. It's his face, you know?
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
But I don't really have any, so I guess you don't got any either, huh?
I'm sure I do. I'm just staring at my movie shelf. I'm scanning.
Oh, you know who annoys me? I was just looking at Alien. It's only in one scene. When the thing pops out of the chest, there's the one girl in the corner that goes, "Oh my god!" And I always thought, what the fuck is that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not really, no.
Yeah, she's like in the corner, and she just makes like a real high pitched "Oh my god" sound. I'm like, what the hell? Like, don't do that.
Oh, you know who else is annoying? The guy in Billy Madison.
Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's just such an over the top dick the whole time.
The weasel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric did that laugh, you know he does, right? Oh yeah, how's that laugh go again, Carl?
Yeah.
The guy who plays Carl is great.
Yeah.
You know, actually, to piggyback off our Adam Sandler question for last week, you picked up Mr. Deeds. Do you want to still say that movie's overrated?
No, I liked Mr. Deeds. It was great.
Thought you would.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I told you would.
Oh, I should have grabbed that. I just got that Blu-ray, yep.
Yeah.
And then I just I just picked up Zohan.
Don't mess with the Zohan. So that movies. I
that
like
good?
that. Yeah, I like that movie.
I never saw that one.
I think you'll like it. It's a little ridiculous, but it's an Adam Sandler movie. But it's funny.
I have like a...
FOMA?
Not even that. I'm just afraid some of these movies are going to go out of print.
Yeah, you wouldn't think about it, but like again, Free Willy like has opened my eyes to a lot of that. The fact that Free Willy, which in 1993 when that movie came out, very popular film.
And I'm calling it right now, and I gotta buy it still because I don't have it. But I think Eight Crazy Nights.
That's gonna go.
That's gonna.
But that's Happy Madison, right?
I think that's gonna be tough to get at one point.
Those are risky. Happy Madison. I do want to hate Crazy Nights. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's just I want it for under $20. It's $23 is the cheapest I've found it, and I want it $19.99.
I know, but I feel like it hasn't moved at all. It's just sitting there until they go out of print.
Yeah.
And then you're probably going to have to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of out of print, well, not really out of print, our next question, what are some, also from Kevin L., what are some forgotten movies from the 90s that you would like to see come to Blu-ray?
Ooh.
So right off the bat, this is my answer for this because it's never come to Blu-ray, is the Michael Keaton movie, My Life, with him and Nicole Kidman. That movie makes me cry every time I watch it. And
So why would you watch it?
I love to make myself cry, and that movie gets me every time. And it's just it's heartbreaking. The guy gets cancer and dies, and I love it. I love to break down and cry right at the very end of it.
Okay.
So that is always.
Let's see. I am over at my shelf. So, Boiler Room actually has a Blu-ray.
I own the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't upgrade that. Oh, well, this is not 90s, but the Deuce Bigalows.
Yes. Is it the first Deuce Bigelow, like 98, 99? 1999. Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
Yeah, so Deuce Bigelow, that needs to come to at least Blu-ray. Freddy Got Fingered, that's a big one for me.
I know, we've gone through that.
I love Freddy Got Fingered, and that is...
Speaking of Tom Green...
Okay, this is 2001. So, that's a little bit newer.
Speaking of Tom Green, do you remember his show? Remember Slutmobile? What he did to his dad?
He had the web show, Webavision or something like that.
Well, he had a regular show, but he painted on his dad's car two lesbians, I believe, having sex. His dad just looked at it and started walking to the bus stop. He didn't even say it.
What about Little Nicky? Is that 90s?
Yes, and that was actually going to be my next one that I was going to bring up. I absolutely do not have the DVD, but yeah, that's one I was going to bring up that should come to Blu-ray. A lot of Adam Sandler movies are just stuck in limbo, huh? Oh, wow, it's a nice DVD.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Actually, you know what? I want to talk about DVD.
Okay, well, this is the perfect time for it because we're talking about movies that...
I actually just bought a DVD, and this is...
The Jackass, right?
This is probably 90s.
Oh, Out Cold?
Out Cold. Yeah. I just picked this up, and I'm not going to say I've gone full circle back to DVD, but DVD is not as bad as you think it is.
No, we just will always get fooled by... the fact that it's a new format, like we kind of would think like with video games, like it's a big jump.
Yeah, so I mean, at one point watching a DVD was like, it just looked terrible on the HD TVs and stuff, but I think TVs got to a point, like they can kind of,
and I don't know. 4K players also can adjust.
They can but even, I've been watching them in my Xbox One X on the TV upstairs. I just watched like the Jackass 1 and 2.
And they look fine?
Viva La Bam, and they look... They're fine.
Now, what's the aspect ratio?
They don't look great, but they're watchable.
What's the aspect ratio on them? Because like when I was watching the Bret Hart one, like the black bars were on the left and right, if I remember correctly.
I think.
Is it letterboxed?
Full screen.
Full screen. So no.
This is full screen for Jackass 1. Yeah, I've been actually going down a big Jackass rabbit hole.
I see that.
And I actually just got the whole Jackass collect. This was like $15. You bought this, right?
No, I didn't buy it.
Of course not, because you hate getting good deals. The Jackass collection's got every movie and the complete TV show plus the lost episodes. $15 DVD. But the only thing on here that's in here is the Bad Grandpa and Jackass 3 are on Blu-ray, but everything else is on DVD anyway. So this is a super nice set, I think.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. And did you ever figure out how many episodes of Jackass there are?
There's only 474 minutes. There's 3 seasons and then the lost episodes.
The movie that I want to bring up now, it has a Blu-ray, but it's I don't think U.S. release anymore, and that's Strange Days, which I talked about in another question from a few weeks ago or a couple months ago, and that's a Catherine Bigelow directed movie. I would like a Blu-ray release of that, or release a new 4K, because that movie's great, and it's just very underrated from the 90s.
Yeah, there's a lot of 90s movies that need to come to
I'm trying to think of some movies, and actually this week, I highly doubt anybody in the world, and if somebody else has heard of this movie, please chime in. I thought I was the only person that remembered this movie. It's a movie called Trading Mom. Now, this movie stars, I believe, Sissy Spacek from a movie you just saw recently, Carrie. It came out in 1994. It's called Trading Mom. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, but that movie is ridiculous, and I loved it at the time I saw it. Have you ever seen it, Trading Mom?
No, I don't think so.
So that movie, I'm sure, might not even have a DVD release. But we have one more question, our very last question of the week, before me and Matt have to get out of here and go see Cocaine Bear.
Yes.
I think this is, Anthony Gonzalez. And Anthony Gonzalez asks us, out of curiosity, what kind of music are you guys into? I get a metal vibe from the two of you, LOL. Now, that's very strange because I do not really like metal music at all, actually.
I do like metal.
I know you do, to a frustrating amount.
I don't listen to it as much. I mean, we both have Offspring tattoos.
Yeah, mine's on this home. I don't want to show you guys. It looks bad.
Yeah, we both have Offspring tattoos. So Offspring is... It's just weird. Like, we both have the same favorite band and the same favorite movie.
Yeah, and then we kind of like drift off because what would you say is your second favorite band or artist after that? Because I know my second favorite is Meatloaf, and that is definitely not close to metal.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, maybe Godsmack, maybe Seether. I'm not sure. But then I've been super into like Southern rap and stuff recently. Like Ryan Upchurch is one of my favorite artists right now. Well, I don't like his new stuff. Like, again, Linkin Park also is another big one for me. But I only like their new stuff, old stuff. I'm sorry. I have a whole list. I have probably over 100 CDs over there.
Yeah, Matt had a pretty good physical CD collection. I actually didn't know you stopped collecting, but you were.
Well, you can't really get CDs anymore. Yeah. That's the one thing I took. I just decided to go. I have Apple Music now. Yeah. And I was
But you hung on a long time because even in your apartment you were still getting CDs.
Yeah, I was.
Would you stop when Best Buy stopped selling them?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because we used to go to Record Stop all the time.
Yep, I remember picking up a couple CDs a week, and it was great. Blink 182.
The guy I remember taking us in the basement.
As far as metal goes, I'm trying to think of metal.
The furthest in metal I go
Metallica's
is Metallica.
Okay. I don't love Metallica. I'm more of a I guess I don't know if it's not punk rock. It's like so Hatebreed, like that. I love Hatebreed. Hatebreed's awesome. I don't listen to them much anymore. As I Lay Dying, Killswitch Engage. I'm a big Killswitch Engage guy. I like Howard more than Jesse. Jesse's the original. Then it went to Howard, and then went back to Jesse. I actually prefer Howard over Jesse. He did CM Punk. You know,
his first theme song before he went to the Living Color one?
That was
the Living Color?
That was a Killswitch Engage song.
Really?
Yeah, that was Killswitch Engage. That was Howard.
Matt, might as well, you could just not be speaking English to me. I don't know any of these things. I'm not into metal music at all. Like, I know...
I love Rob Zombie. Big Rob
Zombie's good.
Guy. That was one of the best concerts I went to. I went to the Rock Allegiance, I think it was called, in Philadelphia or somewhere in Pennsylvania. It was Korn, Rob Zombie, Godsmack,
oh my God,
Five Finger Death Punch. Those were the main four headliners. There was two stages next to each other, and then there was a stage over there, and then there was stages outside the arena, and there was like 100 bands. But Papa Roach was there. In This Moment was there. I Prevail. As I Lay Dying wasn't there. Hollywood Undead. Steel Panther. You know who Steel Panther is?
I just like the name.
They're like Def Leppard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Def Leppard. That's a big favorite. Yeah. I like mostly pop music, so like 80s music, anything that was like played on the radio. I don't have the best music taste.
I love 80s big hair, too,
Yeah, big hair.
Big hair bands, I love that.
Like I'm
Motley Crue.
I'm a huge Prince guy.
Prince is great.
Prince is one of my favorites.
I like that stuff, but then I like 90s club and dance stuff like LaBouche, Ace of Base, and
90s
stuff like that. I'm all over the place. I like newer.
Do you still listen to like Biggie? Like you were a huge Biggie guy.
Biggie Small. I was listening to Biggie today. Him and old Eminem. I was the Slim Shady
Eminem,
LP, Marshall Mathers.
His first two albums, I think, and then the Curtain Call Eminem, and then I think
Curtain Call I didn't really love.
Really, that was that was his third album, and then anything after that, I was pretty much done with Eminem.
Yeah, I like Biggie.
What else?
He's probably my favorite all rap. I would say Biggie, old Jay-Z, old DMX.
90s, 2000s.
Old
raps.
Tupac.
Tupac was my
stuff
guy.
like that. Old Wu-Tang, obviously, awesome.
Definitely old Wu-Tang. Yeah, I was just all over the... Like, I have such deep taste in film, I'll watch everything, but music, man, if it was on the radio, that was probably for me. That was just, that's where I went.
Yeah, no, I see, I don't really like the radio.
Yeah, no, that's just my ears, like, they just
I
really,
like some stuff.
I like bubblegum pop a lot. Like, it's bad. Like, if it's a cheesy song, I like it, but then, like, I like Meatloaf, like, all that
love
stuff.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf is literally my second favorite artist of all time. I love the guy.
That's crazy, but I like Meatloaf.
And really, it's Jim Steinman because he writes all the songs, and he's written music for like movies that I can't think of the name, the Willem Dafoe movie, but he wrote a song for that. He wrote some songs for Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me now. That guy wrote all Meatloaf's music.
Nailed it.
Yeah, right on cue. But anyway, guys, we got to get out of here. We got to go see a bear do some cocaine. So anyway, thanks for being here with us on another episode of Let's Talk Physical Media. My name was John, and with me, as always, is my balding friend Matt. And we'll be here next week for another episode. And if you want to leave some comments or questions for next week, you leave those in the comment section below. While you're down there, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, search for us on all podcast services. And after you're done doing all that and giving us a 5-star rating, I want you to grab whatever your best looking hat is, run out to the street, and tell all your friends about us.